In this exciting game, CarX Street, players must navigate the high-octane world of street racing in Sunset City. The game offers a vast open world where racers can engage in diverse activities, from challenging club bosses in intense races to perfecting their drift skills on serpentine roads. Players can build and customize their dream cars with extensive tuning options, participating in various race modes like sprint, drift, and chase. The multiplayer experience is equally thrilling, featuring competitive leagues and duels. As players rise through the ranks of StreetNet, they can explore Sunset City's beauty, earning respect and climbing leaderboards. With ongoing updates and new content planned, CarX Street promises an evolving racing adventure that keeps adrenaline levels high. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to CarX Street focus on its potential, but notes significant shortcomings. The AI-generated voice acting, lighting, and character images feel lackluster, detracting from the overall experience. The game's steering controls are heavy and inconsistent, making the open-world exploration less exciting. While the game draws inspiration from titles like Forza Horizon and Need for Speed, it lacks the polish expected after such a long development period. The UI is functional but uninspired, and the introduction of a fuel system in an arcade racer is perplexing. The sound design is weak, with muffled engine noises and unremarkable music. Driving mechanics also feel off, with inconsistent grip and a strange sense of speed. The game's graphics are passable, with well-designed cars but generic environments. Although there's promise, particularly with future updates, CarX Street feels more like an early access title rather than a finished product. The game Gori, Cuddly Carnage is a fast-paced action-adventure where players take on the role of Gori, a cute yet deadly synthetic cat, to save the galaxy from the mutated hordes of the Adorable Army. Alongside his sentient hoverboard, FRANK, and AI companion Chun-P, Gori battles through twisted landscapes filled with deadly hazards and grotesque enemies. Players master explosive weapons and devastating combos while navigating neon-drenched environments and facing relentless foes. The game combines razor-sharp adult humor, intense combat, and a pulse-pounding soundtrack to deliver an experience that is both brutal and stylish. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game is a standout experience, blending vibrant visuals, smooth gameplay, and a captivating atmosphere that keeps players engaged from the start. Gori, the main character, offers an enjoyable hack-and-slash adventure that has been described as one of the most fun gaming experiences in recent memory. The game runs smoothly on various platforms, including the Steam Deck, and offers an old-school vibe reminiscent of titles from the Xbox 360 era. Its unique blend of action, dark humor, and satisfying combat mechanics creates a compelling and nostalgic experience. The character design, boss fights, and varied enemies add depth to the game, making it more than just a repetitive hack and slash. The inclusion of cosmetic upgrades and video filters enhances replayability, while the game's art style, soundtrack, and attention to detail have been highly praised. Overall, it's considered a must-play for fans of the genre, offering great value and endless fun. In this exciting game, WARCANA, players must navigate a fantasy-inspired real-time-based defense strategy with a unique deck-building mechanic. As a powerful magician, the challenge is to survive relentless waves of attacks while summoning vast armies. The game offers both a Battle Royale mode with up to 30 players and a single-player campaign with over 30 scenarios. Success hinges on careful deck building, tech tree progression, and strategic deployment of units and spells. With diverse devotions like Fae, Kohler, or Occultism, each with unique perks, players must outmaneuver rivals to emerge as the last one standing. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game presents an interesting blend of genres, mixing elements of tower defense, card games, and RTS mechanics. The concept and pixel art are praised, evoking comparisons to beloved custom games like Warcraft 3. However, the execution falls short in several key areas. Players have noted issues with game polish, such as clunky UI, confusing tutorials, and questionable design choices that can make gameplay feel restrictive. The game's mechanics often seem overly simple, and the multiplayer experience can suffer due to unbalanced strategies that create frustrating, drawn-out matches. While there is potential for improvement, especially if the developers address these concerns, the current state leaves some players feeling that the game does not deliver the strategic depth it promises. Despite these flaws, there are aspects that fans of the genre might appreciate, but it's not yet the polished experience that could draw in a broader audience. Squirrel with a Gun is a quirky and humorous action game where players take on the role of a squirrel armed with a gun. The gameplay involves navigating various environments, engaging in combat, and solving puzzles, all while maintaining the light-hearted and absurd tone that defines the experience. The game combines elements of exploration and action, allowing players to experiment with different approaches to challenges. Its unique premise and playful mechanics offer a refreshing twist on the action genre, making it a memorable and entertaining experience for those looking for something unconventional. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that Squirrel with a Gun offers all the absurdist humor of Goat Simulator, but with much less jank, presenting a unique mix of action and platforming reminiscent of Mario 64 EF Mario, where a gun-wielding squirrel. Initially skeptical, many found themselves surprised by how competent the game is, with hilarious takedowns, satisfying gunplay, and unexpectedly challenging platforming. Priced at $18, it's seen as a steal, especially in a landscape where AAA titles charge significantly more. Despite some technical issues like a lack of a save button, players praise its fun gameplay, solid graphics, and humor, making it a must-play for those looking for a fresh, quirky experience. Squirrel with a Gun is regarded as a standout indie game that punches above its weight, offering a memorable, albeit unconventional, gaming experience. In this exciting game, MEMORIAPOLIS, players must lay the foundations of their city, guiding it through critical moments in history from antiquity to the Age of Enlightenment. Each era introduces new game mechanics, offering unique opportunities and challenges as players steer their dynasty's growth. The traces of past ages influence future developments, creating a deeply immersive experience. An innovative algorithm, overseen by an urban planner, allows for the creation of realistic city layouts without the need for road management. Players must balance the needs and expectations of their inhabitants, using resources like farms, cutting camps, and quarries to sustain their pioneers. Strategic decisions in building administrative and political centers, such as the Senatus, allow for the proposal and funding of decrees that impact the city's development. Historical events like the Black Death and internal crises such as riots must be navigated carefully to avoid losing the game. Players can also construct iconic wonders like the Great Library of Alexandria and the Palace of Versailles, showcasing their wealth and power across the ages. The choice of cultural focus adds depth and replayability, letting players shape their city's future as a craftsman, politician, philosopher, or another path. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this early access game shows potential, especially with its unique blend of city building and puzzle mechanics. While only the first two eras are available, the expansive map and variety of starting locations provide a promising foundation. The game is praised for its creativity, intuitive surface-level gameplay, and organic city growth, though it quickly becomes complex and challenging to master. However, concerns include the need for better explanations of certain mechanics, the puzzle-like restrictions on road building, and the rapid pacing, which some find overwhelming. Visually, it impresses, but performance issues are noted. Overall, it's a game with a strong first impression, but its puzzle-heavy nature and abrupt transitions between eras may polarize players. There's hope for future updates and a modding scene, but current flaws leave some undecided on whether to fully recommend it. Visions of Mana is a new entry in the beloved Mana series, focusing on a journey involving the sacred sword and the essence of mana. The story follows Val and his childhood friend Hina as they embark on a quest to the Mana Tree, encountering friends and foes in a vibrant semi-open world filled with dynamic battles powered by elementals. Players can experience a slice of the adventure through a demo, which offers exclusive in-game bonuses. The digital deluxe edition includes special costumes from previous Mana titles and a music bundle with iconic tracks from across the series. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that Visions of Mana is a nostalgic trip back to the 90s, reminiscent of playing Secret of Mana on the SNES. The game captures the essence of the classic Mana series with its vibrant visuals, enchanting music, and heartfelt themes of friendship and adventure. The combat system is praised for being both engaging and deep, with extensive class customization that adds strategic depth. However, despite its charm, some are disappointed by the technical shortcomings, such as inconsistent graphical quality, occasional stuttering, and cutscenes locked at 30 FPS. The high price point, especially considering the limited updates from Trials of Mana 2020, has left some feeling the game doesn't justify its AA cost. Overall, while the game offers a fulfilling JRPG experience, it's recommended to wait for a sale unless one is a die-hard Mana fan. game Shadow of the Ninja, Reborn is a modern remake of a classic action-adventure set in a dystopian future. Players step into the roles of two skilled ninjas, Hayate and Kaede, who must navigate a treacherous world filled with dangerous enemies and intricate traps. This 2029 set game combines updated high-quality sprite art with a rich arsenal of weapons, expanding on the original Ends version. With 6 challenging stages and a new level, players can experience the intense co-op action that made the original a fan favorite. The soundtrack, featuring legendary composers like Iku Mizutani, enhances the retro feel with electrifying guitar riffs. This remake retains the essence of the classic while offering a fresh experience for both old fans and new players. Let's now delve into the reviews. Shadow of the Ninja, Reborn is a modern remake of a classic action-adventure game set in a dystopian 29. Players control the ninjas Hayate and Kaede, battling through a futuristic landscape using an expanded arsenal of weapons and acrobatic skills. The game features 6 intricately designed stages, including 1 new addition, and supports local co-op play, praised for its engaging 2-player mode. The remake boasts stunning high-quality sprites and a rockin' soundtrack by Iku Mizutani, known for his work on NES classics. With updated visuals and challenging platform puzzles, Shadow of the Ninja, Reborn revitalizes a beloved retro gem for a new generation of gamers. Everlasting Flowers, Where There Is a Will, There Is a Way is a poignant cinematic novel by Sprite, creators of Love, Elections, and Chocolate and WARCANA, 4 rhythms across the blue. It follows Minasa Kashita, a high school misfit, and Sino Ran, a wealthy young woman who feels abandoned, as they both seek solace in a seaside lodge. Over the summer, their shared experiences help them heal and confront their inner struggles. The story highlights their journey towards self-discovery and the challenge of facing one's problem. Combining rich visuals and emotive music, this visual novel offers a compact, movie-like narrative experience, exploring themes of personal growth and belonging. Let's now delve into the reviews. Common feedback points to Everlasting Flowers suggest a deeply emotional and visually stunning experience. The game excels in art and soundtrack quality, with numerous gorgeous CGS and a moving score that enhances its philosophical and emotional theme. The story, which deals with trauma and self-improvement, is described as profoundly relatable and impactful, though it heavily relies on the player's emotional investment. Critics appreciate the detailed translation and the strong performances by the voice actors. However, there is dissatisfaction with the mandatory online DRM and the lack of disclosure about it. Overall, if the emotional depth and high production values appeal, Everlasting Flowers is recommended, but those seeking a DRM-free experience may find this aspect off-putting.